in the year, I lost 19 pounds in just under 6 weeks. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can lose 1 kg every single week. You'll hear all these sustainability coaches shitting their pants about you losing more than a pound per week. That slow and steady is the best. That the faster you lose body fat, the quicker you gain it back. If you drop your calories too much, you'll stop losing body fat. And I'm here to say that that's bullshit. This approach won't be for everyone. There's people out there that don't like cheesecake. Fucking weird, I know, but not everything is for everyone. There is a decent amount of research now that shows those who start more aggressively, lose more body fat up front, often actually get better results in the long run. Now there's a couple reasons for this. If you start this process off and see absolutely fuck all progress, it's gonna be like being kicked in the balls. You're gonna be deflated, thinking, I should sack this off, it clearly doesn't work, I'm gonna fail again. But when you see faster changes, your clothes start fitting better quicker, the number on the scales is going down, you can visually see you getting leaner, that builds excitement, that builds momentum, that builds that holy fuck, I'm doing the right thing. That builds buy-in, and you gain belief in yourself and in the process. And as a result, you put more effort in, you're more consistent, you plan ahead, you don't miss your training, your nutrition, your steps. Secondly, and this is my personal favorite, it condenses the amount of time that you spend dieting. Dieting isn't fun, it's not. We can make it less shit, of course, but it's still dieting, it's still controlled starvation. It's a lot easier mentally to diet for 8 to 16 weeks than it is for 18 fucking months. So you can lock in, do the necessary, work hard, get it done faster whilst doing the work alongside that to keep it long term. So what actually is aggressive fat loss? Quite simply, you putting yourself into a larger deficit than you otherwise would. So dropping your calories lower, putting your activity through steps and cardio potentially a bit higher. So to illustrate this, I'm about 80 kg right now and my maintenance calories are 2,700-ish. And I'm currently doing a mini diet before going into a long-term gaining phase. And I'm currently eating 2,000 calories. So instead of the usual 300 to 500 calorie deficit, I would recommend 500 to 700 calories. This doesn't just need to be done through cutting calories though. It can also be done through increasing cardio and increasing steps. But naturally that does have a drain on your time. So usually I'd recommend a bit of a mix of all three. But initially, just that drop in calories should put you in really good stead. If you're not sure where to start, in the description of this video, I've added our calorie macro calculator, and then all you need to do is put in your details, put yourself to a 25% deficit, and away you go. But before you get going, you need to remember these few points. You cannot and should not eat like a dickhead. Your food quality still matters for your overall health, for your performance, for your digestion, for your mental clarity, and also for your adherence. You are dieting, you're in controlled starvation, and we're going to take a more aggressive approach, so you're likely going to be hungrier. And if you make shit food choices, you are going to make that so much worse, and you won't succeed. Plus, you look like a fucking ball bag at the end of it. So instead, do this. 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. This works well for most people. If you're carrying a bit more body fat, then taking your ideal body weight in pounds will be a really good target for you. But if you use the macro calculator, it will set you up as well on there. And for the love of God, please eat fruit, eat veg, fiber, whole grains, please. Your parents were not mugging you off as a kid. Eat your fucking veggies. Most of your food should be good quality, whole food, filling food, so that you're not dragging your feet just to get to your next meal. Some examples of this are 0% Greek yogurt, potatoes, the goat carbohydrate, eggs, lean protein like chicken, turkey, lean beef, berries, cream of rice, all the veg. There is only so far wrong you can go with having pepper or asparagus. Just have a mix. And with this, stop eating off the cuff. Plan ahead. Know what you're going to eat. Know when you're going to eat it. And I massively recommend eating at the same time every day where possible. You will naturally then be hungry at the same times every day and thus making your diet easier. Personally, I would prioritize eating a lot of the same stuff as well, or at least having core meals that you can have on rotation that you can swap in and out. This is massively going to reduce decision fatigue, and you're going to know what you enjoy and what actually fills you up. And no matter what the fluffy, positive, everything is great side of the fitness industry say, you will still be hungry at times. It is controlled starvation, but there's a few things that we can do to manage this. So as I've already said, good quality nutrition alongside consistent meal timings. Good meal hygiene, and I don't mean just washing your fucking veggies, although do that. I've worked on a farm for a few months. Please do that. When you've seen the shit that goes on them, just wash them. But what I mean by meal hygiene is taking your time with your meals, slowing down, chewing your food thoroughly. Put your knife and fork down between bites. You will notice that you get a lot more full from doing this. And good quality, consistent sleep. Poor sleep is going to mean you are hungrier on a day-to-day basis, which is going to lead to poor decisions, you snacking over your calories, making poor quality food choices, and it's also going to mean you lose muscle mass as you go throughout this process. At the end of this video, I'm going to direct you to another one that I've done specifically on sleep so that we can make sure you get high quality sleep every night. Stay hydrated properly, at least 2 liters of fluid every single day. Ideally a bit more, but at least 2 liters. Stay properly hydrated. And have some caffeine. Earlier in the day, it's going to be great. Caffeine acts as an appetite suppressor, and as you go on lower calories, you will likely want to move less. So by having a stimulant, it's going to sort of negate that and keep you moving. You also don't need to go hard all of the time. You can have periods where you aggressive cut, then you go into more of a moderate cut, maybe even periods and weeks of maintenance, and then go back into a more aggressive cut. There ain't no rules, brother. You can do whatever you want. As long as you sleep well and train properly, you will not lose muscle mass. Unless you're at the absolute arse end of a cut about to step on stage, you're sweet. People shit the bed about being fueled for their training, feeling weak when they go to the gym whilst dieting, but they have body fat. Body fat is stored energy, so shut the fuck up. So keep progressing, sleeping well, you're golden. On that, just because you are now in a new phase, you're dieting, it doesn't mean you need to change around your training. If you start a new training program, you don't know where your numbers are at. And whilst dieting, the name of the game is maintaining muscle tissue. So we want to know that we're progressing our lifts, or at the very least maintaining. So I would definitely continue on the program that you're already on. Unless your program's shit, then maybe it needs to be changed. Potentially you can do less sets whilst you're in this phase as well, because to maintain muscle, it requires less volume, less sets per week than it does to build muscle. But at the same time, most guys don't actually train with enough intensity in the gym, so personally I would keep the sets the same. Where things become really difficult for guys on this aggressive process is when they're bored. When they're sat around and they've basically got 2 options. Have a wank, have some food. Maybe both. So keep yourself busy, move more, have more in the calendar. Do the work that you've been putting off around the house. If you're less bored, there's less opportunity for you to sit there and think about the Fox's biscuits that are downstairs. Great choice of biscuit, by the way. And lastly, move more. 10k steps is a number plucked out of someone's arse, but it is a good number to aim for. You'll be burning a good amount of calories daily. It keeps you busy. And there's studies to show that those who do 10k steps plus on a day-to-day basis live longer, which for me is a pretty sweet deal. But if you can't quite hit the 10 yet, look at what you're doing right here, right now, and just look to increase from there. Cardio-wise, I'd start with 20 to 30 minutes. I don't care how you get that in, whether you do it on a cardio machine, you play some sport, whatever. It's going to be great for your health. It's going to burn some additional calories, and it's also going to increase your fitness so that when you're pushing in your resistance training sets, you're not blowing out because you're not fit enough. You can keep going and therefore train harder and build and maintain muscle at a better rate. You do these things consistently over the next 6, 8, 10, 12, 16 weeks, you will see some incredible results. So go get after it. Drop me a line about any questions that you may have, and I look forward to seeing your results.